What's going on, collectors? Looks like everybody got away with a lot of books at Heroes Con. I wasn't able to attend, but you know what? I got some books too, so let's check these out. And of course, if you like what you see, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe down below. So before we get started, I will say that you are probably seeing this in August. It is the end of June right now. Heroes Con just ended. I have so many videos in the queue. I'm just making videos for August now. So it's end of June, and you'll see probably later on after this I'll have a haircut finally. But yeah, I wanted to just go through some of these books that I've recently picked up. Before I do, obviously comic books are a big deal, but I do want to plug Ricky from All Sorts of Words. I just picked up his book. I haven't read it yet. Ricky is an author, and as somebody who is also an author, I do implore you to help support authors and check out his book. It's available on Amazon. You can check it on the link below. And no, this has nothing to do with the Something Awful forums. As far as I know, I haven't read it yet. It's a young adult novel. I would just support Ricky. Check out his channel. Check out his book. So let's get into these books. The first package is from Capcan Comics in Canada, and the other package is from My Comic Shop. So let's start with the Capcan box first, because the one in the My Comic Shop box, ooh, that's gonna be it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be good. So let's just do not montage, but you know, the music that you play when How do I want to? This is how I want to show them. All right, cool. So I got 3 books here from Capcan. One is Silver Age X-Men. Actually, they're all Silver Age books. This is X-Men number 26. This is from October of 1966, or no, 1969. This is Roy Thomas and Werner Roth. This is, let's just get that. There's the black background. So there we are. This was graded at around a 4. I'm obviously going to go through the books and run it all afterwards, but this is the X-Men battling El Tigre. This is the final battle that they have, and El Tigre was just one of those no-name villains. To be honest, when it came to Silver Age X-Men, I think El Tigre was like the worst villain that they could have had. But I've always actually really enjoyed this cover. It's the idea that they're so defeated. I don't really care for the villain in the background. Is it going to focus? Not much to focus on, but yeah, this is just another book in the collection added in, so I'm really happy to have this one. This is also a very interesting X book. This next one, it's a pretty early copy of Strange Tales. This is Strange Tales number 128. And so why is this book important, Derek? Well, to be honest, it's kind of not, but what it is the early appearances of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. So this actually takes place, or this this book was published in October of 1964. So that means it took place just before X-Men number 9, which is the issue where the X-Men fight the Avengers. But, you know, you had established the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants at issue 4. So issue 4, 5, 6, and yeah, in 7 they fought as well, and in 8 was Unus the Untouchable. So this is really the next appearance of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, if I'm not mistaken. There could be a Journey in the Mystery in here that's also in there, the one where Magneto's trying to grab on the Thor. But yeah, this is Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver battling the Fantastic Four. There's a Doctor Strange backup story as well, but you know, that's how it is. The cover is done by Jack Kirby. The first story with the Fantastic Four is done by Dick Ayers, and Stan Lee obviously with the story, and then the bottom one here is Ditko and Lee as well. So this was just a really cool book to pick up because it was early X-Men, so to speak. I mean, we'll see if they ever re-retcon Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch again to be mutants, but really awesome copy of Strange Tales, number 128. Again, they graded it as a 4. There's a little bit of tanning on the cover, and again, I'll jump into there and see, but yeah, it looks like it may be a little bit better than a 4, but when I dive in, I'll let you know. But this next book, this is a key book. It's a big key for me because of the character that is first introduced in this book. It is another Silver Age awesome book. It is another Strange Tales. It's a little bit later than 128. Any ideas what it is? It's 138. It's the first appearance of Eternity. So before I get into that, this is Jack Kirby cover. The first story is Jack Kirby, Stanley. The second story is Stanley and Steve Ditko. Eternity has always been one of my favorite characters in the Marvel U. I ever since I first saw him, and I'm pretty sure it was first when I read the Infinity Gauntlet. It was when I first encountered him, or whatever you want to call Eternity. I was just totally in love with the idea of it, of this abstract embodiment of the universe. And I just was like, whoa, that is so cool. And ever since, like, I'm a big guy into philosophy, I love science fiction, and I just found that having a physical embodiment of the universe was just mind blowing at my young self when I read it. And I just could not get enough of Eternity. And anytime he shows up, I was like, oh, well, that's like Eternity is such a big deal, and him living Tribunal, death, all of those embodiments, I think is just so cool. So having the first appearance of Eternity is really cool for me because I have such an affliction for that character. And this book also graded a 4, but I mean, yeah, there's creasing on the cover, definitely around the bottom there. Unfortunately, all those creases do break color. But this still looks pretty good for being a 4. I mean, again, it may, no, 4.5 maybe. I'll have to dive into it. But having the first appearance of Eternity in the collection is just, that's a big win. I've never read the story. I don't know. I'm probably gonna be terribly underwhelmed by it in here. But the fact that I now have it is, I love it. I don't just collect X-Men and horror, but this is great too. But let's get right into the meat and potatoes. I mean, this Cap Cam box. I know there's an X-Men in here, but there's also a really big book for myself in here as well. So let's just, rah! Okay, here we are. So I have one Silver Age book and then one Golden Age book. So, you see, it says horror there on the side. So I wonder what it could be. Let's do the Silver Age book first. This is another X-Men that I didn't have. It is issue 63. So if you had followed the story at this point, Magneto was supposed to be dead, and in the issue prior, there was a character called the Creator of the Savage Land and created the Savage Land mutates. And so in this issue, it was revealed to be Magneto. Oh my god, he's alive still. Wow, comics. And so this is the first appearance of Lorelei, who he creates in the Savage Land, and tries to seduce all the X-Men, and Jean's just like, I won't stand for this, and that's that. Neil Adams and Roy Thomas, this is some great stuff. This is from 1969. I think I said the other book was 1969. I should have said 1966. I think that's what I said originally. But anyway, another X-Men book to have into the collection. This was graded at a 3.5. I see there's a few creases in there, but actually I think My Comic Shop, in my opinion, undergrades the books by usually 0.5 to a full grade at least. And I will again have to dive into this, but this looks pretty good for being a 3.5. Let's just really the only major crease that I can see that's color breaking is right here. You can kind of see it. There's a little line right there, but this looks pretty damn. This is a 3.5. Then I have all my X-Men 2.5 is like a 4. This is crazy. This is a good looking book. 3.5 is I don't know. This is definitely better than 3.5 from the looks of it. You always check your books, guys. But this next one, this is a. I'm not going to say this is a grail, but it is such an early horror book for me that I am super happy to have won this at auction at my comic shop. It is technically the second issue of the series. It used to be a series called War Against Crime, and then at issue 12 it changed to the name of the series, and so this is issue 13. It is The Vault of Horror number 13, and this is pre-code horror at its finest from EC. This is just such a cool book for me to have and now to own. So this was like again, War Against Crime back in the day. This is from June of 1950. This technically, if I'm not mistaken, predates the Old Witch. So there's the Vault Keeper, the Crypt Keeper, and the Old Witch. And I think the Old Witch wasn't available here yet. So if you see my other Vault of Horrors, like there's the characters on the front. This predates even having the heads on the cover. This book is beat up pretty bad. So if I look at the spine there, it's pretty, it's chewed up pretty tough. I know that there is a spine split that apparently goes through most of the wraps. I just want to look at this book for a few minutes, guys. Can I do that? Yeah, this is great. So Johnny Craig cover. It says there in the bubble, "Good Lord, the casket is open. Her body is gone. Edgar, do you hear me? What could have happened to it?" And there she is. She's just walking through the door. This is what she does, whoever she is. But yeah, this is the second issue of the Vault of Horror. So this is huge. This is a big book for me. I just started really grabbing more pre-code horror books last year, and be able to add another Vault of Horror to the collection. And I mean, this is clearly pretty faded. So yes, split down the cover. Also, the cover apparently is glued on here. So this technically grades as a 0.5, but by the book, not the grade. This book presents like a 4 at least. Like there's a few little nicks on the side there and a little chew on the top. Maybe I'll say a 3.5. The spine obviously is dinged up, but this presents beautifully for being a 0.5, because technically that's how us comic book readers do this stuff. It's a 0.5 for this book. But yeah, for a 0.5 and this presenting as good as it does, that's why I jumped on it. Books like this do not show up very often. And again, this is 1950, so this is now one of my oldest. This is my oldest pre-code horror book, not my oldest book. My oldest Golden Age book goes to Airboy there at 1945. But yeah, it was a huge addition to my collection, along with the X-Men and the Strange Tales. I have just so much awesome reading to do on top of it with Ricky's book. I'm just super happy with the shipping. All this stuff arrived extremely quick. I'm just going to keep holding this up for a little bit. So along with this book, I know, like I said, this is going to be August probably by the time you guys see this video. Maybe I've revealed these books in other means, other social media or something. But I have one more big convention coming up. I have at the end of August is the Fan Expo Canada in Toronto. So I will likely be attending that on the Sunday again. So who knows what I'll come back with then. But that's probably going to be it for the big books for this year. I mean, again, earlier this year I picked up that X-Men 12 with Juggernaut that's behind me. So like there's been a few books. This has been a big year for books for me. So guys, this is wonderful. This is just so cool. So anyway, just don't let your memes become dreams or something, you know? Just keep grabbing comic books. Comic books are great. I like comic books. I like Golden Age. I like Silver Age. I like X-Men. I like science fiction stuff. I like crossovers. I like comic books. So yeah, if you guys want to see more content like this, just let me know in the comments below. Hit like and subscribe. Use your comic books as a fan. I don't care. It's pretty humid. It's June. We're in a heat wave. I'm sure you people down south, and I know you folks at HeroesCon felt it. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video, which, you know, eventually will be out because like it's June. You're seeing this in August. Yeah, the next video.